Hey love bugs, it's Anne. I decided to make a video of my fitness journey to just kind of share with you guys stuff that I've gone through, the stuff that I've learned along the way. I love watching these videos because it helps me improve what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, okay, that actually worked for them, maybe it'll work for me. Everybody's different. So let's start at the beginning. When I was a kid, I did gymnastics and track and ballet and dance and just everything. I don't know. I was a very active kid, and so I continued doing gymnastics for a while, and then I switched to cheerleading. So I was really in that world, and I never thought about my health or what I was eating, because I just, I'm an athlete, I work out all the time, nothing really matters. My body's strong and muscular, I worked out, I would do the workouts that were required of us. I would be working out really high intensity and then eating goldfish and 3 bowls of oatmeal in one day, and I thought that was healthy. I thought oh, eating 3 bowls of oatmeal's supposed to be good for you, and grapes, and that was my version of healthy. I never had salads, never really cared for vegetables. Now that I think about it, I'm just wow, how did I sustain working out? Okay, so that was cool until it worked until I tore my ACL 3 times. So then I was reevaluating, oh shoot. So then I had to start physical therapy and working out on my own, and it was interesting. I think it was fun. That's how I found CrossFit. And so I did CrossFit for 2-3 years, and it was really, really high intensity, and that's what I was okay, I'm back. I'm such an athlete. I'm killing the game. And then I did I did weightlifting, and they kind of recruited me. They wanted me to do a team, and then I tore my ACL for the 2nd time, so I couldn't. For the 3rd time, I don't remember. It gets kind of meshed. But yeah, so that was heartbreaking. It was such a heartbreaking injury. I was sort of depressed or just really sad. I don't think I was ever really depressed. I think I just I made the most of it, but I was still deep down, deep-rooted sad about the injury. So that affected if I wanted to, go out and do stuff. So, it was just easier to hang out and eat really bad. And I didn't want to seem too muscular, even though I just am muscular. I'm strong. That's just who I am. I can't really change that. But I did the weightlifting, and then I had this in the back of my mind, you're borderline getting too muscular if you're gonna do this. But it didn't really make sense. I thought, weightlifting, and I saw all the girls that did it, I was just oh gosh. But I did have a lot of fun doing it, so I guess I shouldn't have thought about that. But anyway, so that had to come to an end when I tore my ACL again, and I was okay, let's just be careful. Fresh off my 3rd knee injury, I had tried paleo for 2 years, and that was a lot of fun because that was my first okay, let's try to get healthy, let's try to eat right. And it was awesome because I was able to have sort of a structure of some type of diet without eating a whole bunch of really bad things. But that's why I feel it wasn't good for me, because the carb, no carb, let's be scared of food thing, I think it just limited me. At one point at the end of that diet, I was just eating 20 pieces of bacon for breakfast, and then I would eat 1 thing of salmon that big. And so it was okay, we need to work in vegetables, and we need to do something different, because I was eating so much protein that I was feeling really heavy and tired and lazy, and it was just really, really affecting me. I had done my 3rd time, and I wasn't living in the same town anymore, so at that point I was not really doing much. I think I would work out once or twice a week, maybe go for a run, I would do hikes. It wasn't really anything. It'd be like occasionally, oh, I need to get this energy that I have out. So then after paleo, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, I need a change. And then I was thinking automatically, I was like, should I go vegan? And that idea popped up because this past year I went to LA and I tried yoga. I was just like, yeah, I was on ClassPass, and you know, you try all these different classes and stuff, and so I was like, okay, crazy story. I was in drama class and they had showed these yoga videos, and you know, it was just kind of a free day, and so I was like, oh, whatever, this is gonna be so easy. I'm a gymnast, I'm flexible. So then I try it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually fun, and like everyone is struggling, but I was like, this is actually fun. Like headstand, I can't even do it, but I'm trying. And so then that's when it sparked in me. I was like, wow, like this is fun. But I didn't think anything of it. I like went back to LA a few months later. I'm on ClassPass and I see the guy's name that we were working from. It was so weird, like that we were taking that class from. It was so bizarre. I was like, this is a sign. Like I definitely believe in signs like that. So I go and I take the guy's class, and his name was Tim Sinesi. And I recently met him. Well, I kind of like talked to him more than the last time, but I took that class and I just felt so amazing. I just felt this energy running through me. I just felt this inner peace. I felt really connected with myself. I felt like sort of a self-love for myself. Like it was something I've never felt before, and I wanted that feeling over and over again. So I kept coming back, and then time comes around, I have to go back to Atlanta. The yoga classes aren't like this, so I keep up with the yoga channel. Like January to March, I was doing it every day out of necessity, and then I started coming to a studio here in Atlanta to deepen my practice, to get like more intense and start sweating more. So that's when I was like, okay, I feel really good. I feel like this self-love for myself, rather than working out like when I felt like bad and I needed to do it, or like rather than working out every once in a blue moon, like I'll do it. And so when I had that injury, or when I was like cheering and I wasn't doing gymnastics anymore, I was like 140, and that was like, you know, I felt like, oh, I'm pure muscle or whatever, and everyone would say I'm very muscular, but really I was actually pretty chunky. Like I would say my body fat was a lot bigger than it should have been. And so now, like, now that I've done yoga and now that I've like learned more about like health and fitness, like I'm really more just leaned out and like sculpted the way that I want to be. But I just remember feeling so upset when I would look at like my body, like my stomach, and like, I mean, still, like, there's a lot of work that you see in through your eyes, but like there was just a lot of negative stuff that I would avoid and just like whatever, and eat whatever I wanted, when I just need to have like a healthier, positive connotation with food and like with health. It was just more like a free-for-all. I didn't think about my health. And so now that I am, it just feels so much better, and I feel happier, and I feel like I'm like the best version of myself that I could possibly be. And so I think that's really awesome, and that's the way that everybody should feel. But anyway, so I woke up in the middle of the night after I tried paleo, and I was like, I'm feeling so bad, and I feel so heavy, and I feel so tired, and I just need to try something new. And then, you know, from yoga, I thought, like, isn't everybody vegan? And I was like, that's weird. I would never go vegan, because I literally ate 20 pieces of bacon a day, and like, I was just like, there's no way that would ever be me. So I have to show you this. So I literally got this pillow. It says, you're baking me crazy. And that's like how serious I was about my bacon. But anyway, so I woke up in the middle of the night, I'm like, should I go vegan? I'm like, that's crazy. So I type in vegan diet into Pinterest. I'm like, there'll be something about it. I just want to look, I want to research, you know, I want to actually help my body here. My body is not feeling good. Okay, so then I watched this video. I found it on Pinterest, and it's by Gary Yourofsky, and he is so inspirational. He just laid it all out. I was bawling, I was crying, and I was like, yeah, this is what I need. I need this positive, cruelty-free life. And so I just switched overnight, and that was 6 months ago, and here I am, and I'm feeling so much better. I mean, this is not to like say, hey, everybody, you guys should be vegan. I don't really believe in like shoving it down other people's throats. I feel like if they are interested in it, they will come. Like, that's sort of the way I feel like with my faith as well. Like, I don't need to, like, I mean, to a certain extent, like, I'm not gonna go down the street, let's be vegan, everybody, let's be Christian. Like, I'm not gonna like shove these things down people's throat. Like, if it's meant to be, I think it will come to them, you know? It will find its way to them. But yeah, so it was just basically about like why you should be vegan and why you should do that. And so I went vegan. I feel like I eat so much better. Like, if you're asking, I do get enough protein. I use Tropica protein powder. I eat veggies. I eat, you know, I also got my blood work done to prove to my family that you can be on a vegan diet and you can still have your normal iron levels. You can still make it work. And so, I mean, like, that was a big deal for me, to start learning to like eat healthy, to eat like a good variety of your fruits and vegetables. After I went vegan, I was just so connected with this yoga thing. I was like, wow, like, I need this. I don't know. So I went out there from the yoga studio that I went to here in Atlanta to get deeper into my practice. I felt like I had kind of conquered like all that they could offer as well, like all that they could teach me. Like, I was doing the poses, but I wanted to know what the poses were, you know? I was really curious. So I went and I did a yoga teacher training, and I got my certificate, and it's awesome. Like, it was the best month of my life with 25 amazing, influential, powerful girls. It was just a room full of love, and yeah, I don't know, it was surreal. And so I'm so glad that I did that. I learned a lot about myself and like who I am and like where I want to go. The lighting is changing. Yikes. That really irks me. But yeah, so I mean, I think yoga was really the thing that brought it together for me. Because it was more about like self-love than like going to the gym. Well, here's another thing. I wanted to lose weight with yoga, but I wasn't really eating right. So then I started to go to the gym. And then I got a trainer, we started boxing together, and it was nice. But then sometimes I'm like, hey, I don't know if this is like the right move. Like, I think I can do this, or is this right for my body? Like, I want to learn for myself rather than like take it from a trainer, you know? Like, I want to be more self-involved than to just say, yeah, sure, let's just do this. So I started running and then doing abs. And so I started running and doing abs and doing yoga at the same time. And so like, I know like the thing about like girls is that they go to the gym, they do the elliptical, they do cardio, and then they leave. And I know that's bad, but like, I feel like, you know, cardio is good for weight loss. And then I'm going to take my own hit into it. Or I'm going to, you know, I can do light weights, that's fine. Like, there's things that you can do and mix it up to make it fit you and fit the way that you want to work out. But I feel like I have the power to control my workout and make it the way that I want to, so I can look the way that I want to, or I can feel the way that I want to. Because at the end of the day, the power is within me. It's not within my trainer to give me the will. I mean, like, maybe you need a trainer to make you, so you know what workouts you're doing. But like, I wanna like train myself, you know? I wanna see if I have the power to do it. Like, I have the drive. Like, I don't know. I think it would just be more special if I was like, I did this on my own. So the good thing is, like, I've always stuck around like 130. When I was in like high school and like doing that cheerleading and all that stuff, I was like 140. and then 135-ish, like 140 at my heaviest. Like now I've always been around 130 for like the last 3 years. And so it's been like, like, is this a healthy weight for me? And so everyone would be like, oh yeah, you're muscly, it's fine. Then I'm like, I don't know, I don't think it's fine. Because like I'm noticing things about my body. I'm noticing like the fat or like my height. And then so I'm 4'11 and a half. 4'11 and a half, or like 5 foot, I say. So my weight is just like M&M. Like I think it could be smaller. Like just personal preference. So I decide I want to be smaller. I'm gonna go on this weight journey. I'm gonna see if 115 fits me better. So yeah, so far I've decided this is where I'm supposed to be right now. I'm 123.4, and that was just news today, so it just gives me motivation to like go harder and go further. But just to say, like, your nutrition part, you do need a calorie deficit to lose weight, yes, but I don't think you need one that's so extreme like the one that I did when I just started doing this. Like when I started, like, because I really cracked the bank when I went below 125, because that was like, that's crazy. But so really what I've been doing is just eating smaller portions. I have healthy fats, so I have avocado toast with spinach on top. So this is where I'm like, my calorie deficit is like so crazy. Ooh, okay, yeah, so about portion control, I just like to keep it, I mean, I don't calorie count anymore because I'm knowing like my body. I started out like with a huge calorie deficit, like way too large, and it was just like disgusting. Like you should never go under 1,000 calories. So yeah, and now I just don't calorie count. I just eat to what my body, what it feels like, and when I'm hungry, when I'm not. And then I just try to make sure that I'm eating enough vegetables. And I know like right now, like I'm not getting enough. So I should probably add a salad. I should probably add like broccoli in it, because asparagus, it really does make your face smell weird. And then it makes me feel weird because it's just like, ew, you know? Sorry. But yeah, so portion control, I think it's good. Just like portion it out, use measuring cups. Like for my smoothie, that's good. Like if you're trying to lose weight, I would say you do 2 of those protein smoothies, and then at night you can do like asparagus and quinoa, and that's a really good way to slim down, because 2 protein smoothies, I don't know, it just like, it's easy to detox that way. It's like almost like you're on a smoothie cleanse or juice cleanse, but you're not. You're still eating like kind of real food. So, I mean, that's a good way to do it. But right now, I think I'm just trying to be like my healthiest version. And so I started doing that. I'm like, okay, let's just be my healthiest version. Let's pick good options and let's go to the gym, mix it up, do things that feel right. Like I was watching Sarah's Day, and like if you want to do handstands for the whole day, do handstands for the whole day. So I think that's really cool. Like I started doing that. Yeah, so like after I go running, or if I don't feel like doing abs or something, I'll just do a quick like restorative yoga flow. Or if I'm working on arm balances, I'll work on arm balances, do my handstands, just do things that like make me happy and that like actually like fuel me as a person. But yeah, so I'm really liking where I'm at right now, so I felt like really comfortable making this video. But yeah, so I hope that you guys are doing well in your fitness life. That's crazy. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to end the video here. There's a lot that has kind of gone on along the way, but things happen for a reason. Like my injury was definitely not, random. I think it happened to me for a reason, to fuel me, to push me into a different direction. And so if something is happening in your life and you're feeling down about it and it's just so unexpected and you're shocked, and we can go into that mode of like, oh, we're unhappy and like this and that and the other, but it's your opportunity for your greatest triumph in your greatest comeback. Yes. Okay, love bugs, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you like and subscribe for maybe more videos like this in the future. I definitely want to incorporate some more health and fitness on this channel. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.